Today we're going to build this massive theme park entrance here in Survival Minecraft. Now obviously a build this big is going to take up quite a bit of room, so let's quickly mine out some land to prepare for this park entrance. And so, many hours of mining later, we have ourselves a hole. Look at all of this, everything is completely cleared out, and look at all these shulker boxes just filled with all the stuff that we've dug up. After spending a few hours gathering materials, we can now start building. We can start out by placing some cobblestone on the floor here. Okay, so it's looking pretty weird right now, but I promise you it's going to make sense later. Now we can start working on some of the roads for this project so we can get some of those blocks out. By the way, make sure to stick around to the end of the video because later we're going to be designing a roller coaster to add to this theme park. Anyways, now that we're done with the roads, we can build up this area where I placed the cobblestone earlier. And as we build up this section, you can start to see it turn into a giant Mechanists logo. I think that this thing turned out really cool. And all that cobblestone that we placed is just here so that it can hold up the blocks that would fall without it. Also, you might have noticed that we've started to build up some of the sidewalks and paths. After finishing the rest of those sidewalks, we're now all set to continue on building the rest of the build. So let's place some polished andesite slabs to cover up these gaps in the floor. And now that that's done, I've put in these foundations for a structure that I want to build next. And this thing will be like the main structure of the entire entrance. Now look at that. That is looking pretty cool, but of course it's not done yet. There's still lots of details to add, like something to cover those sea lanterns. Those are there for a reason. But look at what TK has built over here. He's built up the ticket booth, and it is looking quite nice. And over here, across from the ticket booth, we're going to have Whale Call. So I guess we can just go and build that up. So, as you can see, this new build is very similar to the one that TK built earlier. After building up some banners on the main entrance to the park, I then went ahead and built some trees too. These trees really add a lot of life to this entrance. Next, I think I'm going to join TK here in adding some more trees to this area. So obviously, every theme park is going to need some place to actually check your tickets to make sure that you can get into the park, and that's what I want to build right now right here. So after building up this ticket checking place, DH and I then went and built up some of these trees. And in the meantime, look at what TK has been working on back there. We've got the first building of our main street all complete. So my plan for this street is to have buildings alongside it, and I base those buildings off of the main street at Disney's Magic Kingdom. Look at this whole area just coming together. It looks like we've got the foundations for another building here. So as I continued building trees, Elvar built some more buildings. After that, we just continued on grinding, building up all those trees and buildings. And then, we built even more trees. The point is, we're done. Our theme park entrance is complete. So none of the copper in that build is waxed, so we need some honeycomb to do that. And for a honeycomb farm, we would need some azalea leaves. And that is exactly what we're going to work on over here. Look at all these flattened out azalea trees.
The flowering azalea is really good in bee farms, because even though it's like a leaf block, it counts as a flower in terms of their pollination.
Now that we have our azalea leaves, we need to design this farm. Alright, so this farm looks great. I think we're all done.
Yeah, need to be able to put more shears in. I swear there was like an easy way to do it.
Wait, you know what? What if we do that?
Yeah, I guess as long as it's not babies.
Yeah, and we already have all 3 bees, right? So it should be fine.
You like get that in your clipboard and then come over here and paste it. It's beautiful. We might as well double it and go do the full 16. And then we'd wire this line here to a chunk loader.
Now that we've designed the farm, we can build it here in survival. Now that the honeycomb farm is all built up, let's go design a roller coaster. So the first thing that we would need is a minecart station, so why not get the cartman himself, Inspector Talon, to help us out.
What this is doing is replacing the cart whenever you hit this button, as well as making the cart go forward whenever you hit this other button whenever the player is ready. So I could go ahead and demonstrate real quick. If I put a cart into the system, hit this button to replace, and then I can hit this button to start it. And over here, a little bit further over, is a mechanism to brake the cart without actually showing how you're braking it or anything. If I place a cart, pops this rail out, and then the cart snaps down under to this cactus where it breaks, goes back into the dropper, and then that way you can go ahead and replenish it and do the same thing.
So a huge thanks to Inspector Talon for making the system, and now all that we have to do is decorate it.
How are you placing the wood? Are you placing it sideways?
I'm doing it all upwards.
Oh, that's nice. That's really nice.
Yeah. Look at how simple that is too.
But will that speed us up or slow it down?
Both.
I think also doing a turn speeds it up a little bit. So
Maybe.
what I'll do is I'll do a turn. Ooh, spooky. Orange, it's so scary, dude. We can definitely make this a little slower. And that's still really fast. That little, like, rail we used to get over that hill to slow it down. After that, there's no rails. I've gone pretty far with no power rails.
Yeah.
Just use the momentum of turning and going up and down.
Okay, this is going to be a little difficult. Oh, that's so close.
That's actually kind of annoying. I'll do the whole coaster this time, just let me know when to go. Okay. Ooh, scary orange color. This is the slowest part of the ride, right here.
Yep, that's so close.
You know what? I'm gonna settle with this. That's enough.
What do you mean?
It's-
That's enough.
It's 1 block difference. I'm just gonna settle with stopping here.
So lots of block placing later. Look at all this that we've built. So we've got this entrance area with a cart system, and then through here you go through the mine, and then you come into this room, which has lots of dripstone spikes and there's a bit of a fog effect there in the floor. Then you head up, you see this little area. You come around here, go down, and then you head all the way up here. And then this is where you exit to the outside. And next we're going to build up the waiting lines. In the meantime, let's check up on how much honeycomb our honeycomb farm has produced. Wow, look at that. Already 3 shulkers of honeycomb. That is crazy. And in here, we have almost a stack. Wow. Let's take some of this honeycomb back to the theme park so then we can wax that copper. Yeah, we're going to have to unoxidize some of this copper. But now we can wax it. I didn't do that. Just gonna take one of these. And you saw nothing. This roof has started oxidizing too. Something about this is really satisfying though. Alright, so hopefully I didn't miss any. Anyways, let's head back to designing that roller coaster. You know what would go really well with a coaster like this? One of those signs that says something like keep all hands and feet inside the vehicle at all times. You know, we could do a map art for that. I think we can come back to that idea later. So I'm thinking that we take this rail and loop it back around the build. And of course all these acacia planks are temporary, we'll change them up later. So we have this giant rock above here. Maybe we could bring that down?
Yeah, this is nice.
Yeah?
We gotta do some spruce supports. We gotta make this like a bridge, kind of like you did on the other part.
Get some fences.
Oh, that worked for 5 seconds of rails. Looks nice though.
Yeah. After finishing all the monotonous parts of the build, now we just have to add all the small details in. After adding those in, we're now all ready to build this thing in survival. But before we can do that, we'll need to make some room underground. And look at this massive cave that TK has already dug here. After spending some time clearing all this room out, it's now time to start gathering materials. Now first on the list is 10,000 terracotta, and that should be around 7 full shulker boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now 4 shulker boxes of smooth red sandstone. And I don't think we have any. What about regular red sandstone? Yeah, that's not quite 4 shulker boxes, but we do have tons of red sand, so I'll just take some of this and then craft it and smelt it. Okay, so I need roughly 500 birch leaves. Oh, now I need 10 stacks of spruce fence gates. Alright, yeah, I'm going to the theme park. I'm going to try to keep all the terrain blocks next to each other.
We have like 4 things left to get.
So now that we've gathered all of our materials, we can start building this thing. This is going to take a while. So right next to our build, we've got this village. And look at this, it spawned 3 iron golems right there. And if we just drop down below here, then there's another 3 down below this. How many golems does this village need? I'm going to try to build up this smaller mountain. And now for the big one. So this mountain is certainly looking pretty cool from the front, because if we take a look at the back of it, it's not very complete. But let's not worry about that for now and just continue building the rest of this thing. So TK and I continued building up the remaining trees and bridges for this build. So we're finally done with this build, and we can now open it to the public.
Excuse me, do you have a speed pass?
Yes. Absolutely. Let me find it. There you go.
This looks right. You may continue.
Okay, thank you. Hello.
Hello, do you have your speed pass with you?
Yes, here it is.
Alright, looks all good. You can get in the cart.
Oh, come on,
Oh.
man.
Bro, are you seeing this, engineer?
Why does he get to go?
I've been here all day.
That's not fair.
Do you know all of your safety procedures?
Yes, of course. I actually made you a map art. Here.
That looks all good.
Oh man, this is beautiful. Maybe.
So a huge thanks to Speedcuber, TK, Engineer, and Glowsquid for all their parts in those clips, and another shout out to Speedcuber who built up both of these map arts that we can use here in the theme park. And I'm actually going to put this one right here. So the speed pass is essentially what lets you go into the shorter lane instead of having to wait in these long lines. Also, here's some bloopers from that segment earlier.
Sir, do you have a speed pass?
Yes.
Why'd you walk so far? No.
I'm sorry. Okay, well.
we were like stopped next to the lectern, and you were all the way by the TNT.
Okay. Hello.
Hi. You got your speed pass with you?
Yeah. Okay, let's take two.
All right.
Take two. Okay,
Definitely need a blooper section.
I'm going there. Okay.
Hello. Do you have your speed pass with you?
Hello. Yeah. Here it is. Okay. Wait. Can I?
Okay.
Actually, like, does it over? Okay, I can. Never mind. Throw it back to
Can't
me.
open the fence gate.
Yeah, I'm not gonna open it this time.
Why is he
How did
just
it get
sitting
up
there?
here?
Wow.
Again?
Wow.
Okay.
Why is it doing that?
He pushed it. He got out and pushed it.
Oh my god. Speed.
Anyways, thanks for watching, subscribe for more, and goodbye.